Hi, it's Annie. It's been a minute, it's been a while, but I'm back with an update. So pretty much the reason I'm standing up close is because I don't want you to see it yet. But I took out my locks. Yeah, I'd been itching to do it since last year, and the only reason I held off for so long was because every time I mentioned it, my boyfriend was like, you know, you always say you're sick of your locks and then you do something else and then you get sick of that and you miss your locks. Are you sure you want to do it? I was like, yeah, I think I'm ready. So he kept kind of putting me off, so I never did. I just kind of was like, okay, you know what, he's right. I do get tired and miss my locks as soon as I do something else. So let me just not do it. Let me hold off. It's a phase. It'll pass. Maybe it's a length thing. Maybe it gets to that awkward length and it's not getting too long and you want it longer or shorter. But yeah, so on Friday night, last Friday, I just kind of at 2 a.m. I was getting ready for bed. I had washed my face. I was just ready to get in my pajamas and go to bed. And I just suddenly was like, I don't know, I don't feel so good. And I guess I'm on this new health kick. I got a Jawbone fitness tracker, and so I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to change my life. You know how people say new year, new me? I was trying to do that, and there were a few things in my life I was trying to change, including how I eat, how I spend money, and things like that. So I just kind of, I don't know, took one out, and then I was like, well, this is kind of cool. Maybe I'll take another one out. And then I just kept going. And instead of me to take out the middle so I could still kind of cover stuff up, I just started grabbing anything. I just started grabbing it everywhere. So there was no salvage in it. There was no like, oh, maybe I could change my mind. I actually went to pick up something to use to take it out. And my friend owns a hair store, and she was just kind of like, what are you doing? Come back, I'll help you relock the ones you've taken out. This is not happening. You cannot take them out. You're in school. If you take them out, you're going to be so busy trying to figure out your hair that your schoolwork will kind of get messed up. And I was like, no, I need a new project. I already started it. Once I start something, it's like, it's done. I'm not stopping until I finish. So it took me 5 days non-stop. I only stopped to sleep for maybe 4 or 5 hours a night, or to eat. But I usually just kept going. And then Monday night I had class, so I had to wear a hat. And then Tuesday I had work, so I had to wear a hat. But by Tuesday night I was done. I washed my hair, I detangled it myself, and that was it. I was good to go. A few days later though, I was looking online, I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, and people were mentioning how like your ends need to be trimmed ever so often anyway. But in my case I had jagged ends because they were, you know, uneven from the locks, and they were damaged and they just looked really thin. So I had a lot of length, but just the ends kind of looked like they were going to keep knotting up, because, you know, locks are made out of, you know, knots. But so I went to a friend down the street. She cut my hair she did a wash, a deep condition and everything, just for $20. So South Carolina is mighty cheap, if I do say so. So she did a trim. She just kind of trimmed the ends. She cut maybe about this much off. And you know, the plan right now is as soon as my hair grows a little bit further, we're gonna cut some more off, and just every few months just keep trimming until it's all healthy and even, just so I can retain some length while my hair is getting healthy. So speaking of things I had to get, when I started taking out my hair, I was using this. I don't know if you can see what this is. This is all I had, and I have to say by the end I was using like 2-3 bandages a day for this thumb, because I was kind of like just stabbing it every time I did something. And so my thumb hates me. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like still trying to heal. So this is all I had to take out my hair, and that was what I used for the first day and for actually most of taking it out. And then I went to my hairdresser friend on I think Friday or Saturday with a hat on. I just kind of walked down there and I was like, hey, I'm taking out my hair, I need your help. So I had in mind something I had seen Apples and Mustard use. I think it looked like a crochet hook. So I described it to her and she said, oh, I think it's an interlocking pin. So I went and got this, and then I realized it was too bent, so I tried to bend it myself and I broke it. So I had to call her and have her drop off another one after work when she finished work. So this is actually what it's supposed to look like. There's a little latch part here that I just kind of folded away. So this is what it looks like. It's got a little hook there, and then I was able to use that instead of stabbing myself so much. I just didn't like it because I thought the hook, if it was a bit straighter, that could help a bit more, but it did the trick, it did the job, whatever. She also sold me this, and it's supposed to be a quick release braid spray. I wasn't a fan. It just kind of, my hair drank this up quicker than it drank water. And I just, you know, I had to keep using more of it and dipping my hair, and my clothes were soaked, and I just, because I didn't even try to spray it anymore because I lost the top of it. So I was pouring it into a cup and dipping my locks in, and that was just, I had this much shedding. I'm not going to show you, but it's all hair. This is what I lost, and you know, everybody keeps saying this is all the shedding you would have had for the past 4 years. But, I mean, it's really gross. It's a bag full of hair. It's this much. This is all what was on my head. So, I don't know how you want to take that. And for the big reveal, this is my hair. This is honestly the only style I know because this is what worked when I had locks. But now I think I'm going to have to, like, learn another style or something because I can't be doing this every day. And, of course, I'm running late everywhere now because I'm so used to waking up and just doing my locks and being out the door. So now I have to, I need to show you what I'm using. First of all, let me take it out and then I'll show you everything I'm using. I had to go shopping for this project. Whew. Okay, so this is everything. First things first, water. Water is your friend. So I have to wet my hair all the time. I cannot do anything unless it's wet. Secondly, I got this because trying to use a small comb was just not working. So I had to get this, and I didn't have any combs before because I didn't need them with my locks, but whatever. I also had to get this because, yeah, I needed a way to kind of like smoothen out if I'm just doing a ponytail or something like that. One more thing I got was this. I went to Walmart yesterday and I picked this up just because the brush I had was a bit smaller. This is kind of better for like just grabbing some more hair, and especially if I apply maybe some gel, which I need to learn to do. I'll be using this a lot. And then my shampoos before were the VO5 cheap dollar ones because your girl is rich. So I had to pick up some healthier shampoos that, you know, like this one. Cream of Nature with argan oil from Morocco. Intense conditioning treatment. So I got this and I went with the shampoo, the same shampoo, just to kind of keep it going because it's also sulfate free and I'm trying to get my hair healthy again. And then I also went with the Cream of Nature with argan oil from Morocco Put in Perfection Curl Enhancing Cream. Somebody told me this might be great for twist outs. I haven't smelled everything else, but this smells fabulous, and I'm being sarcastic. Not so much. Like, I don't want people to stand next to me because they're gonna get a whiff of my hair and be like, what's going on? And then lastly, I picked up the Cantu Shea Butter Leave-In Conditioning Repair Cream. Someone told me the best way to comb my hair because I complained that my scalp was getting really sore from trying to comb it, even when it was wet. So someone told me the best way to do that was to use leave-in conditioner and that it will help a lot. So I'm going to try that next time I do a wash. For now, I am rocking this kind of, I don't know, when to cut my hair, she blow dried it. Just, you know, I hope she used a heat protector of some sort, but she just blow dried it and used the brush while she was doing that. And then once she had it all done, then she went through in sections and trimmed it. And then at the end of the day, she just did flat twists going back. So this is what it looks like lengthwise. It was a bit longer than this. And she trimmed a lot from the front because, you know, my hair texture in front is different from the back. And so I had, I don't know, some damages when I was combing it out, when I was combing out the locks. And so some of the ones that were in front that were really, really long, I ended up losing a whole lot more hair, like almost the whole thing. And this is the one in the back. It's just so you can see some length. And that's it. So it's easy to comb right now because it's been blow dried out, but I don't know if I'll always use heat or if I'll always have to. She says my hair is extremely full, and so that's a good thing in this case with taking out locks. But at the same time, it's like when it's not blow dried out and I can't actually run a comb through it, because my hair used to break afro picks back in the day. That's why we permed it in the first place. You know, but anyway, so this is what I look like. I like it when it's blow dried out like this because I can manipulate it much better. So like going to work, I can do more things with it. Just kind of like that, or you know, other styles. But for now, all I know to hide my big forehead, as you can see, is to pull something out in front. But yeah, I'm learning that it does take extra time. So that means, you know, leaving work, you know, waking up earlier in the day, because I just don't like to wake up early. I'm not a morning person. So I'm also learning just kind of to be patient. It's gonna take almost as long with locks as I like, because after washing my hair when I had locks, I always had to retwist for about 4 hours. So I feel like I'm gonna need, you know, at least half that time or something, where I have to detangle beforehand, detangle after, blah blah blah, leave-in conditioner, treatments, blah blah blah. I'm hoping I can stick to everything without having to resort to what I see a lot of people doing once they go natural. They go natural, down with the movement, and then it's braids and weaves and braids and weaves because they actually cannot deal with the texture of their hair. And I have really strong 4C like conk, like it's hard to work with. So I'm really hoping I don't kind of revert back to old habits of waves down to my ass and like just, you know, throwing everything under there. And obviously when you do leave outs, you get that part damaged, and you know, so I'm just gonna try to resist that urge. But for now, I'm dealing with weird stares. I was telling somebody earlier, my boyfriend texted me 2 days after I showed him my finished hair. He's like, I'm sorry I'm being weird. I just can't get used to it. You look different. Like it's an adjustment. And I think he just kept staring at me with his mouth open like, like the whole time. Because I didn't tell him until 3 days into taking him out. And even then I would FaceTime him without like flipping on the camera. And I just would not let him see anything until I was finally done, got the trim, and then I felt like, okay, this is a bit presentable now. It's also an adjustment with like knowing what to wear now, because I know what worked for me with my locks for the past 4 years. But anyway, stay tuned for my progress. Thanks for watching. Bye.